Hey there folks, what's up? Welcome to Streaming Stars. This year has already welcomed a slew of phenomenal horror films, and there are several promising ones on the way. Whether it's original horror treats, returns to classic properties, or some new takes on familiar favorites, the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021 will give movie lovers no shortage of selections in the horror genre, especially when it comes to films featuring exceptional actors, legendary directors, and talented screenwriters. Let's have a look at the top 5 most anticipated horror movies that are coming out soon, and will surely give you all the chills and thrills. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Alright, let's get to it. Number 5. Run. We can quite frankly state that 2020 has not really been a vintage year and was made even worse by the glaring lack of Sarah Paulson on our screens. But her fans need to worry no more. In spite of the obvious vacuum caused by her absence from last year's season of American Horror Story, the actress returns in the upcoming American horror thriller film named Run. With a current net worth of $12 million, Paulson plays the lead role in the film, representing the character of Diane Sherman, the mother of Chloe Sherman, played by Kiera Ellen. The plot follows the homeschooled teenager who uses a wheelchair as she begins to suspect that her overprotective mother is hiding a dark, sinister secret from her. Upon viewing the trailer containing potential slight spoilers, you'll get to know that Chloe appears to be anything but a normal doting mother, considering the fact that she brings up her daughter in complete isolation, homeschools her, and potentially dishes out questionable drugs at the same time. It looks like there may be a darker, supernatural nastiness involved in Lionsgate's Run. That said, given the twist and turn seen in Searching from the same production team, it will be undoubtedly interesting to see how this film turns out. When we talk about the release date, the film was initially coming out on January 24th, then May 8th, 2020, coinciding with Mother's Day weekend, which would make this mother-daughter horror an even greater success. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was pulled from the schedule. Lionsgate waited for a while before announcing a new release date, since there was almost no clarity on when movie theaters will reopen. Then in August 2020, Hulu acquired distribution rights to the film, as it is set to be released on 20th November this year. Number 4. Escape Room 2. The first sequel on the way is a follow-up to 2019's Escape Room, which scored an impressive $155 million worldwide on the box office against a budget of just $9 million. The American psychological horror film was directed by Adam Robitel and stars Taylor Russell, Logan Miller, and Deborah Ann Woll, to name a few. The movie follows a group of people who are sent to navigate a series of deadly escape rooms released by Sony Pictures Entertainment. Escape Room received mixed reviews from critics who praised the atmosphere and cast, but also stated that the film failed to unlock much of the potential in its premise. That said, the movie made $7.7 million on the day of its release and went on to debut to $18.2 million, surpassing expectations and finishing second behind Aquaman. Moreover, the original film's cliffhanger certainly left a great jumping-off point for the follow-up movie Escape Room 2, which already had its schedule pushed back from an original summer 2020 release date for reasons unrelated to the global pandemic. It was first to be released on 17th April 2020, but the date was changed multiple times, and in May 2020, Escape Room 2 was scheduled to be released on 1st January 2021. However, Sony moved the date once again, so the film will now hit the theaters around a later point in 2021. Even then, the enticing psychological thriller is something to look forward to, since it stars breakout actress Taylor Russell and Logan Miller, along with adding Orphan's Isabelle Fuhrman and Teen Wolf's Holland Roden. The same director-writer duo is back as well to explore this relatively simple premise that makes for worth-watching popcorn horror. Number 3. Antlers. Next on the list is an upcoming supernatural horror film that's co-written and directed by Scott Cooper. Antlers was initially expected for spring 2020, but was subjected to nearly a year delay due to the coronavirus. It stars Kerry Russell, Jesse Plemons, Graham Greene, Scott Hayes, and Rory Coran. Antlers followed Carrie as Julia Meadows, a teacher living in a small town in Oregon, and her police officer brother Paul, played by Jesse Plemons, as they become entangled in a situation with her student Lucas, who is keeping an eerie supernatural creature in his house. According to what's revealed in the trailer, the strange young boy is being forced to catch and hunt animals to feed his father, who might be just an actual monster. The screenplay was adapted from Ann Tosca's short story named The Quiet Boy, originally published in Guernica magazine in 2019. Considering the fact that the Academy Award-winning Mexican filmmaker Guillermo del Toro produced Antlers, it is safe to say that what the viewers are yet to experience will be dark, scary, and probably emotionally hurting as well. The nightmarish family drama definitely won't pull any punches when it comes to chills and screams. It's scheduled to be released on February 19, 2021 by Searchlight Pictures. Go watch the trailer if you haven't already, and wait for this exciting monstrous addition to your slightly delayed 2021 horror calendar. Number 2. A Quiet Place Part 2. After the first film exceeded expectations at the box office, A Quiet Place screenwriters and director John Krasinski decided to return to the silent but deadly world. The 2018 post-apocalyptic science horror film involved a plot that revolves around two parents, Evelyn and Lee Abbott, who struggles to survive and raise their children in a world taken over by extraterrestrial monsters with an acute sense of hearing. After it was released in the United States by Paramount Pictures, A Quiet Place turned out to be a massive box office success, grossing over $340 million worldwide and received immense praise for its direction, actors' performances, atmosphere, and sound design. The film also made it to the list of the top 10 movies of 2018 and received several award nominations, including a Golden Globe Award, which makes perfect sense since an intriguing concept was given emotional heft and no shortage of tense thrills through Krasinski's unexpected talents as a genre filmmaker. He will likely take on more duties as a director than actor for this upcoming sequel, but with the expanded cast. It's exciting to see where the A Quiet Place Part 2 will take the fruitful premise next. This time, the Abbott family will meet other survivors, played by Cillian Murphy and Djimon Hounsou, who are also struggling to shield themselves against the large creatures with hypersensitive hearing. Buckle up for this intense horror film that's set to hit the cinemas on April 23, 2021. Number 1. Last Night in Soho. English director, screenwriter, and producer Edgar Wright first grew in fame after directing the horror comedy Shaun of the Dead. Now, several years later, he returns with his first true horror movie, Last Night in Soho, which is scheduled to be released on 23rd April 2021. The film stars Anya Taylor-Joy, Thomasin McKenzie, Matt Smith, and late Diana Rigg. It narrates the tale of a young wannabe fashion designer girl who mysteriously enters the 60s to encounter her idol, making this time-bending thriller truly unique. These 5 upcoming spooky movies will surely prove to be nightmare fuel for even the most avid horror fans. This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then let us know by liking the video. Stick around for more amazing content, as we will be soon seeing you in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.